Hi, and welcome to Whiskey Pilgrim. And on today's chapter, chapter 8, An Ocean Between Us. And what's this gonna be about, this chapter? Well, it's not just gonna be about these three bottles. It's gonna be about my collection of Deanston. And yeah, fantastic distillery, basically. Have done some really cool bottles the last year, or 2 or 3, depending how you look at it. Yeah, to me, this was actually quite an unknown distillery, like so many others have always been. I didn't hear about them until I actually read a little tiny article in a big magazine in Sweden, a whiskey magazine, about one of their bottles, which will be reviewed in a later episode review. And yeah, there's gonna be in total 3 videos from my collection of Deanston. The first one I will be covering these 3 bottles. Let's see here. This one, Deanston 14 years old, Spanish oak. The next one, if we don't tip the glass over, is this one, Deanston 15-year-old SAUTERNES cask finish. And the last one, let's just make sure that one doesn't. Nope. And the last bottle is the 19-year-old, the Muscat finish, the 19-year-old. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, all these 3 bottles that you have here are distillery exclusive. And what does that mean? That means that you should only be able to buy them at the distillery. If you don't find it on the secondary market or get it as a present for a friend. But the thing is that Deanston is so nice that you can actually order them from their website. So yeah, I don't know if they have all of these left now, because they are only made in a limited run. But man, these are something special. I will though be a little bit harsh, because if you think about Springbank, when I did a review on that, well, I was quite positive about most of the bottles here. You will see that sometimes, even though I like a brand, there are going to be some bottles that I don't like. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen now. Let's start with the first one. This one, the Spanish oak. This is the batch 2. As I understand it, they had the first batch, I think it was made around 1,400 bottles. I didn't look it up on the website, but I think that should be around the same amount of bottles that they did on this one. It is 57.9% ABV, so it's quite strong for those who are not familiar with that ABV. And yeah, this is the whiskey. Let's see for you all to have a look. You can see the color as well. It is non-chill filtered, and it was finished in Spanish oak casks. So, as I understand it, it was some part of some whiskey cask they had. I don't know what kind of whiskey cask they had, but there was some kind of cask, of course. Because else it wouldn't be the finish. Yeah. Let's get into the palate then. Here the glass. They're always dirty on my fingerprints. I was washed, but I don't know why. This nose is good. I can tell that. The first thing that I would say about this whiskey, it has some spice to it, like a ginger. I think in England, if I'm not mistaken, they had like these steamed ginger biscuit cookies, and I had tried one of those before, and it was quite good, tasty. And that ginger they had in there, that the dry steamed ginger, whatever it was, I get that from the smell, as well as some creamy white cream or buttery whipped cream. Yeah, it smells delicious. And also, one thing as well you should know, there's a lot of nuts in this whiskey. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of nuts in this whiskey. There's a lot of like walnuts. Yeah, walnuts I would like to say. Yeah, I get the walnuts, some whipped cream. And also some syrupy fudge caramels as well. The whiskey here just smells delicious, I just want to tell you that. Yeah. This is one of those whiskeys I could just... It is a good whiskey, but I could just sit here and just smell it all day long if I could. Well, I can't because it's Saturday today when I'm recording it, so... Yeah. Is there anything more I can get? There's some fruit in there as well. Oh, I just spilled some. I said there's some fruit in it. I don't really know. This No, berries, I would say. Berries. Yeah. How do they call those berries in English? There's some more darker berries, not blueberries, but more maybe black currant. I know Absolute Vodka does a bomb of those berries. Yeah, definitely black currant. Yeah. Nice. Now let's get into the palate. Cheers! Definitely the black currant, as I said, with walnuts, butter, cream, caramel. Yeah, definitely. And some ginger as well. Yeah, that's what I get from it. Awesome, really awesome whiskey. I managed to get a hold of 2 more bottles of this whiskey, so I feel safe about it. Do I recommend this whiskey? I'd recommend you to really try this whiskey if you ever get a chance. You can order it from the website, but since I don't want to promote you to buy a whiskey more than just try it, I will just tell you to maybe they have a little sample pack. I know this one is included in there, where you get to try some different whiskies from their distillery, and they have it on the website. I think it's like £35. I don't get paid to say this, but if you want to try something different, you could order that, but that's up to you totally. If you don't want to take a gamble and buy the whole bottle, but yeah, I recommend you to try this whiskey. It's fantastic, and I will be finishing this one when I am editing. And now I'm going to do something I didn't do on my Japanese whiskey, because I forgot it totally, which might have impacted some of the flavors on the palate. I didn't drink water between it, so yeah. Now, the next bottle we have here is their 15-year-old SAUTERNES cask finish. It is only one of 194 bottles. Yeah. And it is 57.3 ABV. And it's onshore filtered as well. That's that bottle. I think they're all onshore filtered for most of them. It doesn't say anything about color. But yeah, who knows? It is a shame that they don't put if they have color in or not, but yeah, it depends. It's them. So here you go. The label, some of the color, the back side. And if you look at the cork, you're gonna see there's a stag, but that's not their distillery brand logo. Yeah, it's a Deanston cork. The cork here actually broke. So that's why you should always save the cork. Always save the cork. So yeah, let's get into the nose first. And here's the glass. Yep. You can see the color there. Yeah, since it's SAUTERNES cask, I do know that they're quite a sweet dessert wine casks. And I have not had the greatest experience with these casks before when it comes to whiskies. So yeah. The thing I get when I nose this whiskey is some sweet sugar icing. Yeah, some honey and syrup. It's really sweet on the nose. Of course, because of the cask type they used at the finish. My problem with this whiskey, and you're gonna see that when I'm finished with the palate and all that, is that I have a really hard time picking out flavors on this whiskey because it's just too sweet. But there is some kind of honey, sugar, syrupy, fudge, caramel. Yeah, I have a really hard time figuring out the smell on this one actually. So yeah, how unprofessional of me as a whiskey reviewer. But yeah, I'm not gonna be honest with you, I have a real hard time. Because I honestly think the sweetness in this whiskey overpowers everything that just smells sweet, like honey and all that. There's nothing wrong with that, it's just that it's, yeah, it overpowers it, and you lose flavors, other flavors in it. But yeah, let's get into the nose, as I did, but now we're gonna get into the palate. It's a little bit bitter, like citrus bitter taste on it, but still there's sweetness again, that sugary, icing sugary, maybe cotton candy you could call it as well. Yeah, it just tastes sweet, if I should be honest with you. I'm not trying to being bad against this bottle, but it just tastes sweet to me. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it up later on. My view on that bottle is, I like Deanston, but I have bought some bottles that I didn't like that much, and this is one of them. The 15 SAUTERNES cask is to me just too sweet. It is bad. It is sad because they make some really good whiskey, Deanston. But yeah. The 50 SAUTERNES cask is just too sweet for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrench all the sugar out of my throat. Yeah, that's good. Oh. And now we're gonna go into the 19-year-old one. And here we go. This is the 19-year-old Muscat finish, which is some kind of a wine I never heard of. Which is very interesting when you are getting into the world of whiskeys, is you're always going to hear a lot of different wines, casks, finishes and all that. Because when you're like me as a person, you always thought, oh, there's red wine, there's white wine, and then there is champagne and yeah, there's some dessert wines, but you never really have an interest in it. So it's very interesting when you learn a lot about new whiskies and all the new flavors and finishes and woods and all that. Well, this is one of 792 bottles, 55 .2 ABV or 55.2 ABV alcohol. It comes with this little nice one. The other ones didn't do it, which is a little bit shame that I have. Other ones that I have, because it says some really cool information here. So yeah, so quite nice. I mean, this is something I think is nice. I mean, it gives some more information about the bottle, because when you look here, you just have a little bit, just unshown filter, natural cask strength, the limitation of the bottles. Yeah. And here you have this one as well. Yeah, I guess so you can get a good view on this one. There we go. Let's get into this whiskey then. So this is the first whiskey I ever had, or tried or have. It's been a Muscat wine cask, so I don't know much about it. Yeah. But well, it's always interesting when you get into it. There's definitely orange in this one. Yeah, orange is there, of course. Quite a lot of orange, actually. And some other citrus fruit, lemon as well. And it's a little bit sweet. A little sweet. Some sweetness there. Smells like syrup, actually. Yeah, like syrup. Not maple syrup, but just typical syrup we have in Sweden when you're baking and doing certain foods. Yeah. Definitely orange, syrupy, lemon. That's what I get on some dry oak as well. There's some spice to it. Yeah, maybe it's cardamom, I think it is. Could be cardamom in there as well. Yeah. Yeah, it should be cardamom. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Well, we can't wait all day, so let's get into the palate. Cheers! Oh. Compare this one to the other two. Here I can actually feel the alcohol and not the burning sensation. A little bit burning in my throat. Yeah. The thing here is that I don't really know what kind of flavors I'm supposed to get from this whiskey, because it really burns my throat, and it's like spicy, quite spicy with the burning. Not peaty, but it just burns my throat, this whiskey. So yeah, I can tell you, this sounds like really, okay, you don't like Deanston? Yeah, I do like Deanston, but I'm just gonna put this glass down. These two bottles are the only two Deanston that I have in my collection, which I won't be buying again. And of course they are limited, so this one you can't buy anymore anyway. This one, I think they still have on the website, but I don't that much find them that very interesting. You might, if you ever get a chance to try them or find them interesting. But I don't. Unfortunately, it's the way how it is with your palate. And yeah, that is my conclusion of these first 3 whiskies from my collection of Deanston. I have 4 more whiskies to go, 2 more reviews to go. On my next review I'm actually gonna review a 9-year-old Deanston and a 20-year-old Deanston. And yeah, they have already been reviewed on YouTube a few times. And yeah, and a lot of people do find them very tasty and a little bit hyped, but they are really good whiskies. Really good whiskies. And yeah, if I would recommend the most of these, it will be the 14-year-old Spanish Oak. So yeah, as I said, I highly recommend this one to try at least. This one is fantastic, and it really is different from the other 2 whiskies I am going to review in my next one. Yeah, which are more in the sherry wine category. This one is just fantastic. So yeah, see you next time, and take care, and cheers. And now I'm gonna do some cooking.